Jack Ebling and Lindsay Huddleston here at Breslin Center. About as loud as a building can get. Still loud.
Still loud.
After senior night, banner raising, celebration of Big Ten Championship number 10 for Tom Izzo, and back-to-back-to-back for this group of Michigan State Spartans.
This had to be penciled into the schedule. It wasn't written in ink because a couple weeks ago they weren't planning for this, do you think?
3 weeks ago, after the game against Maryland, when the Terrapins scored the last 14 points, only the true believers thought that this night could happen.
Right. It was amazing just to see everything come together, everyone kind of get their due, and to be able to, raise a banner on the final game going into the Big Ten tournament is amazing.
Connor George, Kyle Arns, Joshua Langford, although Tom Izzo said that that's not necessarily,
he put that out there.
You could get 2 senior nights out of this.
Right.
And very emotional for Cassius Winston, who now is very, very close, a game or 2 away from becoming just the 4th player in basketball history to have 2,000 points and 900 assists.
Amazing. And then to have those Big Ten credentials of being, doing what he's doing in the Big Ten. I think it was a great night, a needed night, a night to really bottle the emotions and kind of get these guys ready for some serious postseason play.
And even though the final score, 80-69, covers the spread when you're a 6.5 point favorite, it was a lot closer than that for much of the game. Tied a couple times in the second half. Ohio State could never get all the way over the hump, and Michigan State had an answer every time.
Yeah, my question to Ohio State head coach Chris Holtmann was like, what was the halftime speech? Because you look in the first few minutes of the second half, they were back in the game, they were competing, they had kind of, that's Gabe Brown down there screaming, making a lot of noise.
That had to be Gabe Brown, right?
Right, but you wonder what they did, but then Cassius played great, but what about Rocket Winston and Aaron Henry, their play?
Rocket Watts.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rocket Watts and Aaron Henry played throughout the game. My goodness, I mean, he had me saying his name wrong. Like, they played that good. I want to touch Rocket's hand to see if it's still hot from how he was shooting.
Has he improved or what?
Yeah, I think there's no question. I think he's really been mature and playing as a true freshman and playing great at this time of the season.
And Aaron Henry couldn't buy a basket in the first half. He was 1 for 7 from the field, but he did some other things, blocked a couple shots, got a couple steals. And then the second half, he started to find the range, some great moves to the basket, those little spinning shots that he does better than anyone else. Xavier Tillman was X. We don't know what his future holds, but fantastic effort for him being here today too. And then the 4 seniors. And you never know what a team's going to look like. You have to take advantage of the opportunity while it's there. Michigan State just wanted a chance. And thanks to Maryland losing back-to-back games, had that opportunity, and a 1/3 share is as good as an outright today.
I looked at that banner. It doesn't say 1/3. It says Big Ten Champion 2020, and I think that's all you want to have, right?
Absolutely. And for this team, whenever you start the season number 1 in the nation, you have bigger goals than just a share of the Big Ten regular season title. When you look at all the things Michigan State had to overcome, it's a tremendous achievement. But these guys have more basketball ahead of them on the way to Indianapolis as a 2 seed.
That's great.
For the Big Ten tournament. We will be there. And there's a chance if someone wants to join us there in a sponsorship role, that's also possible. Get in contact with us for that. But Michigan State has a chance to repeat as the tournament champion. And then going on to the NCAA tournament, I'm guessing Michigan State would be a 2 seed, possibly, probably a 3 seed. They lose in the first round, maybe they could slide to a 4 seed, but they're playing so well the last couple of weeks, starting with the Iowa win here, the big comeback, then the road wins at Maryland, at Penn State, and then today, CBS here, answering all the questions, and Clark Kellogg, who's a proud Buckeye.
Yes, he is.
He had to appreciate what Michigan State did.
Yeah, I love Clark Kellogg, and I think even being a Buckeye, he had to recognize greatness. And wow, does the play that these guys had tonight, Jack, does this play kind of eliminate all the bumps they had in the road throughout the regular season going into postseason play?
Well, it doesn't eliminate the pain, but it shows what people are capable of. As Tom said, you get knocked down 65 times, you got to get up every time. And that's something that stays with you. I got to tell you, there's something here we've never seen before in any other senior night or any other championship celebration.
What's that?
That was a player from the opposing team being involved in senior night. and that was Justin Arms,
Wow.
Kyle's brother,
Right.
who was out there at the end of the game. They went one-on-one, and Kyle couldn't score on him. But Justin did come into the family picture, walked out there,
Wow.
and it was nice of Chris Holtman to allow him to do that.
That's great. I mean, you see that part. You see sportsmanship, exuding right here on a big night, an emotional night. There was an emotional Tom Izzo, as if he didn't expect it to happen like it did. But you see these emotions, and it got everybody fired up.
If you get Tom to take some truth serum, as I do late at night, he will tell you that this is the most rewarding of the 10. And there's nothing like a national championship. But in terms of a Big Ten title, the obstacles, deaths, season-ending injuries,
Right.
when it looked like this team was not going to get it done, was going to be a big disappointment. I think back to 2005, when members of the media called that team chokers,
Wow.
and guys who could never win anything, and all of a sudden they started to play, and they beat Duke, and then they beat Kentucky, and then they're in the Final Four.
Right.
So this team has some basketball ahead of it. Don't sell Michigan State short.
Yeah, what a way to bring some closure. Last game of the regular season at home, and to go from that last game to actually raising a banner, allows you to go into the future feeling good. And wow, what a way to send off those seniors. A great thing.
Yeah, and hey, we're going to be talking all about this tonight. You're going to be on the Press Pass panel. Team 337 with Larry Lage and Rico Beard.
Okay.
Rico will take credit for all the wins.
Okay.
We're going to do that, and that will air at 11 o'clock on Fox 47. So if you want all the coverage of Big Ten basketball, looking ahead, taking a big look back, all of that and more coming up tonight on WSYM at 11. For Lindsay Huddleston, Jack Ebling saying, hope you enjoyed this half as much as Tom Izzo did. Have a great night.